Yeah, yeah, I know. I've been using Ping. I don't know if you know what it is now. Find out I'm using something that's like stealing my information. The stream is live, folks. Give me 1 minute. I'm just gonna grab a cup of water and then we'll jump into tonight's session.
Earth. We don't cry.
I do.
I know. I know. I feel like there's been a lot of tears, and we're only on episode 23.
I've been A-okay.
Uh-huh.
Most of it's come from Amrut.
Yeah.
Mr. Dying on us.
That's how you play with me, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, dear Lord.
You are 2 for 2.
Hey, this one wasn't me, okay?
I mean, hey, you're still here at least.
Maybe that's why my character this time around hasn't gotten that attached to you. Because my last character, you practically like leveled when you died. So yeah.
I feel like you just took a shot at Amrut there.
Eh,
Man.
she's kind of right.
Average does a level.
Average and Sakura go way back.
What's the...
I think we both started with the same campaign. Was that your first time playing with Falcon?
Yep.
Yep, me too. That must be why.
My first campaign with Falcon was with Biz.
Hell yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, my first campaign with Falcon was with all of you.
Aw,
Yeah.
group hug.
Sorry about that as well.
Hug it out.
Can't confirm. I apologize. All right, sweet. Let me go ahead and do a roll call, and then I will cue intro. So that most of us are here, but go through the ropes. Let's see. Average.
Yep.
Vizian.
Hi.
Dick.
Present.
Bobby.
I am here.
Sakura.
2 fingers salute.
See you in 30 seconds. All right. Thank you all for joining me for another episode of Phantoms of the Past. We're on episode 23. I'm almost positive. Who would like to take the recap before we start?
Me.
Go on. Heard.
Lewis comforts her there, and then back at the bar, we're just fucking around. Oh, and Dondo's getting dating advice from Creed, so he's not getting a date. That's about it, I think.
Yep, fight droids or robots. Go our separate ways for emotional breakdowns, like always. Now one group is at the Harpy, and the other group, I believe, ended with them heading towards the Harpy. What is Phoenix and Lewis heading that way? What's going on with that?
Yeah, we had left the scene with her crying, but I'm fine with saying they're going back. She wasn't going to hang around there too long. As long as she can get it out, she is ready to move on.
Sure. So,
Yeah.
and Lewis, you too.
Oh yeah.
Put you guys in. You're late to the party.
Briefly before we head out, he would just quickly write a letter, just using like whatever scrap piece of paper was left over, and just slide it underneath the door. That says, "Try to keep it a secret for now, and to allow Phoenix to say it at her own pace."
Absolutely. He wouldn't respond, but you'd imagine eventually he read it. He was mostly sleeping. But you guys all return to, well, the Harpy, the Highland Harpy, which was given to you all. I don't know. Would Emmet have Judith have retired by now? And did you guys did your little talk, laugh, drink, and hang out thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much later it is.
I'm probably still up.
Yeah, we'll say we'll still be up, just still hanging out, jibber jabbing.
If Phoenix notices you guys drinking, she'll walk up to Amrit and ask him if there's more.
Yeah, definitely. Hold on. What do you want?
Hardest thing you got.
Gotcha. Was there anything harder than donkey's ass? Wasn't there like a...
Donkey's ass sounds bad enough, honestly.
Yeah, that's as hard as it gets, man.
Gotcha.
There's wine, but she wants something hard. Donkey's ass. Lewis's drinking preference.
He pours it, and he kind of like looks her in the face, and then he just kind of keeps pouring. Just let me know when to stop.
That's good.
Okay, it's like at the brim. And he'll slide the bottle back in.
She'll begin to drink. She's gonna look over her shoulder at Creed as he hears he passed out.
Oh, he's seeing walking, and he's just like, and then I'll tell her to knock over her belongings tomorrow. Oh, she'll go crazy for that.
How did everything go with Clamdor? He get situated back to normal?
Yeah, he's resting. I got something to tell you guys, but it's off the record. She's looking at you, Bloom. The world doesn't depend on it. Nobody needs to know except you guys.
Sure.
So get over here.
So, things tomorrow might be really awkward. Thought I'd let you guys know why, so you ain't in the dark. I kind of went bitch on Clamdor. He's my sperm donor, and there's a lot of baggage and anger that I just let it all out, and I blew up. So tomorrow's probably gonna be really awkward, just so you know.
When you say sperm donor, you mean
Biological father.
got it. Whew.
All right.
She takes another drink.
Are you doing okay? Have you always known this?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Honestly, doing better now that I got a lot of shit off my chest.
Well, how's he doing though? Did he know, or is this news to him, or?
Lewis will probably be able to explain it better than me.
Oh, speaking of which, before I Do my shit. Did he mention anything about the vials? What's up with that?
It's the medicine that keeps him young. He's actually like really old.
Oh shit.
Mm.
Something about a pea in his brain.
Huh?
I mean, I like to think of it as a pea for a brain, but no, there's something in his brain that needed to be operated on, or the medicine stops it from affecting him, but there's side effects. I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, he's probably gonna need that vial back. But I don't know, take a little off the top, see if you can figure it out. But if he hasn't figured it out, I don't know if you can, but it'd be worth a try if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did he fall because he took this or because he didn't? Was it a side effect or did he like miss a time to take it?
She shrugs her shoulders.
Yeah, guess I'll just do some digging myself.
From the looks of it, it's some sort of device he made while I was away. Lets him revert his age for a short time, but the side effects may also make him a bit more dependent on it than would be preferable.
Hmm.
Sounds like he's a madman if he makes this thing and then makes the device that you have to distribute it. You have to use, or whatever it's called. I don't know medicine, but when you have to apply it, it goes through the eye. That's pretty intense.
There's
Well, maybe
something he used to tell me a long time ago. That the line between genius and madness is a very thin one.
Did you know that Phoenix and Clamdor were related?
That's a good
No.
question as well.
2 for 2.
It's kind of like, oh wow, it's like this is your job or something.
Sorry, Louis. What were you saying?
No. I like to keep personal matters as personal matters. If any of you want to reveal anything, that's of your own decision to make. I have no right to be prying into it unless it puts you guys in danger.
I, for one, appreciate that and just want to lay out the expectation. This is not supposed to get around. It's not something I've got happy, sunshiny feelings about. The other class don't need to know. I'm just telling you guys because tomorrow's probably going to be weird as hell and it would come out anyway.
Being
What
friends
about
with
your-
you all has always been so odd. Always discovering new things. I always feel so bland in comparison. I have no secrets I have not told.
There's gotta be something. She turns and leans back and puts her fingers up on her chin. There's gotta be something. You allergic to anything?
Strangely, Sora's wearing her goggles, even though she doesn't need them in this light. There's nothing.
Are you afraid of the dark?
She sighs and just pulls it up, and she has like a blackened eye that wasn't from the fight.
What the hell?
Oh no, what happened?
I think Dondo is feeling bad for himself, and he stunned me in the tub.
Let me at him. Where is he?
I think he's sleeping, but please don't, Phoenix. You won't win.
I'll work on it.
Oh, don't worry, we'll win.
Oh yeah.
Friends, I really appreciate this protective aura about you all, but I'm trying to teach him the gentlest side of life, and that would just derail my plans.
All right, will you ever change your mind? You just say the word.
I had hoped when we all had come back and we told him, he would be happy for me. But he laughed at that photo. He was clearly upset. And then when I still looked past it and was still thinking of how I could help him with Tasha, he took his anger out on me, and I'm just feeling very hurt at the moment.
Well, maybe that's, there's something to how he shows affection. He doesn't know how to give the affection that you need or is right, because he was raised a lot differently than you, right?
He was. Whoever his master was let him really have that savage side of him always. But I don't know. He's my brother, and sometimes it feels like he doesn't really care about me.
Phoenix takes another drink.
It'll be
Yeah,
all
I
right,
won't
Sora.
tell him that.
Lewis, you can feel someone behind you. Wait, can you guys see through this? It's screwing.
The glass? Yes.
Yeah, there seems to be Emirates seems to have a fan club. These three harpies just keep watching him. I don't think they get hit because the window's secure closed, and it's a breezy night. But they're just all three of them are looking at Emirates. After Emirates saved one of them, they seem to be big fans of his.
Amrut,
Seem in good company.
you're always gathering quite the entourage of admirers.
What do
Nope.
you mean?
She eyebrows over to the window.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, shit.
You get embarrassed and flutter away.
Yeah, I kind of saved one of them. When the other me attacked. I will say as well. Of course, this doesn't excuse what he did, but your brother did save me initially when I was attacked. Mainly because I was your friend, and he didn't want to see you hurt. For whatever that's worth right now.
That does help, Amrut. I worry for him. He has all that power. The power that I am, at least people expect me to claim. And I worry with how he talks, how he acts around his team. I worry that the path he walks could be very similar to Ogobas someday. To have all that power, but you push everyone around you away until you are alone.
Yeah, that's not fun. I'll say that much. But he has people. You and the rest of his team over there.
I
And
just wish he knew.
us too.
I just wish I knew who kept feeding him all this advice that contradicts what I'm trying to tell him about Tasha. It seems like I tell him one thing and he does the complete polar opposite of what I'm telling him to do.
Oh, that was Creed. He was sitting next to us over there.
You see a dark shadow spread over Sora's face. Where is he?
But that shouldn't be your main focus, though, right? Like this whole Tasha thing. It sounds like there are deeper things to get at than just a relationship with a person that he fancies. He seems like he fancies everybody all the time, anyways.
Yes, but I was hoping that this could be a learning experience where he could learn how to interact with people, respect them as equals. But it's so difficult.
Hey, Sora, have you and him ever fought on the same side instead of against each other?
No.
He volunteered, he offered to help me with Grill. Maybe you and him and the rest of us, if we do that at the end of our time here, maybe there'll be a new respect, maybe a bonding over it. I mean, not everybody bonds over that, but it seems like Dando might be the kind of guy that would.
I see the point. I do. I just don't want him to come to respect and love me over violence.
Gotcha. She's gonna pull out some papers from her stuff, take another drink, and she's just gonna start writing how to treat females. And she's gonna use really simple words. And she's just gonna start writing things because she plans later to just like drop it in Dando's gear or something.
Dora just smiles, looking down at it before taking a big breath. I kind of figured there was more you weren't saying about Clamdor. You wish to be a hero, Phoenix, so it was odd to me to see you almost indifferent to the suffering of someone. So though I knew there was something there, but to be your father, that is very heavy.
Yeah, I mean, seeing him how he was, I don't want to see him like that. I hope he gets better, but honestly, I hope that he just goes back to pretending I don't exist. I don't mind bitching out on people, but I know it's kind of embarrassing.
I mean, a well can only hold so much water. And
Yeah, and now my
You're-
bucket's empty, so I'm good.
I'm really lost on this metaphor. I'm sorry.
Jenkins, she agrees with you.
I just wish to see you not so upset, Phoenix. I don't know if it is not my place to tell you to do anything. But if you are to truly have an empty well and move on with happiness, you may want to consider forgiveness first.
Yeah, I don't know if that's my path, but we'll see.
Whatever path you choose, I will do my best to walk alongside it with you.
Family's tough, right? It's not like, everything's going to be perfect all the time. There's going to be a lot of things that go wrong or things that you can't forgive. It's just, I think just take the time and whatever, and go at your own pace there, Phoenix. And Sora, you too.
Speaking of, we know quite a bit about each other, but we don't know nothing about you, Miss Reporter.
But you're
You got
saying
family?
something.
I'm giving you my autobiography. I haven't wrote it yet. That's right.
There's no need to be so snarky, Judith.
I want a signed copy when it is made.
You got it, Phoenix. I will give you the first copy. Yeah, I mean everyone has family and stuff like that. But I'm more so in a I don't have I live in the Fairlands, but my family isn't there because they don't really exist anymore. It's to me, but it's more like I have a guardian, or I had a guardian. Now we're just kind of been friends for a long time, and his name's Hisnock Timbertoe. He's pretty amazing, actually.
Can we meet him someday?
I was just gonna ask.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of. I would have introduced you guys earlier. I know Amrit's met him, but
He's pretty nice, yeah.
it's there was a lot of stuff going on with school, and it always just seemed a little hectic. And sometimes he was out of town, and so yeah, when we go back here, of course you can meet him. He's probably one of the kindest souls you'll ever meet.
Say, is he about the age of my aunt?
What?
I'm not really sure actually. I don't know how old your aunt is.
She could probably use someone to take her attention off of me once we get back.
Maybe, you know, he's an
She's
amazing.
a real good cook.
He would Hezlog would appreciate it. He hasn't really found love in his life for a long time, and there are some things that he has that some people kind of are off put. He's a thrall, you see.
Oh,
And so some people kind of can kind of get weirded out sometimes, but
What is a thrall?
yeah, like that.
They're, I don't know, they're people, but in a way they're remnants of Metal Rain.
Yeah.
Oh, so they
Um,
turned to our side.
I guess. Yeah.
More or less, yeah. They're just
Hmm.
people now.
if he took care of you, he can't be all that bad.
No, he actually was a merchant for when I originally met him. He'd just kind of travel the world and sell different things and kind of get by, and has a beautiful singing voice, I will say that. But a while ago there was this, there was a robbery at his shop, and someone came in and attacked him and left him without the ability to use his legs anymore. And so he's been kind of, like he built his own wheelchair kind of a thing, similar to how you did it with for
Yeah, I was just gonna
Judith.
say.
Judith knows the name, but I can't remember. Yeah, similar to that. And yeah, now he gets around as good as he can. But
What's the name? Mortis?
Yeah, it's more.
Mortis, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so when asking about family, he is my family.
That's awesome.
I mean, the only person related to me just tried to kill me, so yeah.
But that
Yeah, I mean-
only makes us wonder, what were the parents of all of you, Amrut? That was a question I hope to find one day. Ram Mom and Ram Dad.
Don't know. Not sure I want to know, but if I come across information, I'll let you know.
Maybe we'll. And also, like, I wonder how long, like, if you're one of the clones, I wonder how many and how long they've been going for. Like, the original, like your parents might have been dead for 200 years. Who knows? Sorry, that it's kind of exciting for me. I don't know if it's as exciting for you. But
I'm largely indifferent.
Do we know if that organization existed in like the Middle Rain time or anything? The Dragon Wars?
I'll have to go back and look at my files. I don't know it off the top of my head. But
From what I know, they're a little bit before Metal Rain. Maybe during it, but it's around that time, yeah. Not the oldest of orders, but
Yeah, so maybe your people are like Clamdor age.
possibly, I guess.
I hope for your sake we find something. If not, that is okay. I'd always hoped to meet my mother or father. I've only caught glimpses of mother through the strange visions we've had shared with our little trip with Lewis. She was golden and beautiful. I'm very surprised Lewis did not remember her.
Well,
Phoenix.
we're talking about age.
Let's just swirl in the seat and look towards Lewis. What are you doing over there all by yourself, Lewis?
Just winding down is all. Been a long day.
That is fair. I will not pry you further.
Guess I got teaching shit to do, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
What do you
What
got,
time
like
are we
permission
starting?
slips to fill out, or?
Among other things. Pushes himself
Time-
out of his chair.
Yeah, thanks for not writing me up.
You're fine.
Oh, hello, I'm Alexia. Good evening.
Hello, students. If you don't mind, I would like to borrow Mr. Lewis. Newell, as I hear some of you call.
That
Well,
was good.
Let's just beware he has a bad hip.
Right. So Newell, there's been some developments for tomorrow. I would like to meet you in private.
Oh, shit.
Understood. He
Is
would
there-
turn to the others. Try to get some rest. Got a long day tomorrow.
Phoenix mouths the word sorry.
as Lewis is walking away, I'll whisper and say, and lean in like, wouldn't it be crazy if that actually wasn't Alexia and that was somebody else in disguise?
Should we
This is,
gang up on them?
I don't know. I'm just been paranoid lately, but I'm sure it's nothing, right?
Wait, what?
Imagine.
What prompted this theory, though?
You dying?
Yeah,
So-
mainly you.
Oh,
I
sure,
don't know.
yeah. No, I mean, Nikita found a way, and when she wasn't there, she trusted her, so that's why she left the room at the time.
No, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
But what if she is? What then?
Well, I'm too tired to gang up on anyone.
Could we take
so-
her? Fuck.
Phoenix puts a period. There's only like 1, 2, 3. That's it, because she's keeping it simple for right now. Rolls it up, hands it to Sora. You think you could sneak in his room and leave it in his bag, or you want me to do it?
Are you kidding? I'll put it with my things. He's always rifling through them anyway.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey, rest up too. We might need to stun her ass tomorrow.
Will do.
Awesome. We'll be on our guard, okay?
Nice chat, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Have a good night.
All right, well, I'm gonna look at the file and go from there. Keep an eye out, though, Bloom.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Excellent. You guys are doing whatever the hell you're doing. Lewis, you were led into the bathroom. I'm gonna let you tell you. Please turn around.
Sounds good. Turns around, faces the wall.
She just drops her gown and then she jumps into one of the tubs. All right, you're good to go.
Right. What'd you call me in here for? Still looking at the wall.
You could turn around now. In fact, you could probably do for a bath too. Do I need to close my eyes when I get in?
Would be appreciated.
The conversation is strictly platonic. You need to clean your ass, clean your ass.
Yeah. Just slowly takes off all of his gear and just like leans it against the tub. And just gets into the tub, still not facing her.
You get into the tub and she tells you, looks like something's came up with clam door. Not exactly sure what, but we're gonna have to run the curriculum tomorrow.
I see. It does seem in pretty bad condition last time I saw him.
Hey, how you get these tubs to heat up?
Same way you work the mares.
Interesting. In any case, here, I've got some files on hand. You need to decide which one you want to give to your students tomorrow. We'll be tackling one of them and resources will be properly provided. Your students will also have the chance of going tomorrow first since you did better in the exams. So you'll take them up to Clamdore's facility, which I'm sure you know where it is. Traversing the mountains, hopefully not dealing with the goats. But here are 5 He calls them blueprints. They just look like fancy spell scrolls to me. The students will have an opportunity to build one of these tomorrow. You know your students best. You could choose one, and I'm going to choose a different one for my class. Instead of whatever I take, your class won't be able to make. Because in creating these things also consumes the scrolls. So here's the 5 ones. Let's say you've got more students to me. So you can get 3 of them, and I'll take 2.
Got it. And he just starts taking a look at each of the scrolls. I should probably turn myself over to light mode because I can't see the descriptions for Jack.
Oh, it happens sometimes. And in chat, if the players are interested in something, like really interested, you can follow up in chat, and then we can assume this is Lewis because he knows you guys so well. Lewis would be like, maybe this will go good with X, Y, and Z, you know? So you can review
100%.
these and consider, and then Lewis can chime in. But you will be losing 2 of these options entirely. You do need the scroll for the component, so it's not a matter of just knowing the recipe. You need the scroll itself, which is consumed upon use. Well, I suppose we should probably go over at least 1 or 2 of them. So, and she explains to you with the Bane Blade and how it's similar to a spell when it's used, and that you can add cosmetics to it. Sorry, my voice. Minor Eltanium, soul stones. She said that something that's very interesting for you is, I'm gonna let you tell you, we'll be supplied a few soul stones, but he said that we're going to have to work for the Altanium. And now listen closely, Lewis. Or sorry, Mr. Newell. Apparently the program is 5 mouthers in 5 days.
Pretty damn fast paced.
Yeah. The tier 1 mouthers, according to Clamdor's evaluation of you based on your performance at the school earlier, or the council more appropriately. He says that tier 1 mouthers shouldn't be a big hassle for you. So 5 mouthers in 5 days will net you the soul stones needed. Not the basic ones, but the really creative ones you need to make a magic item. Such as the Shadow Stone, or Fire Soul Stone, or really any of the soul stones. Though I will tell you that the Barrier Brace is actually not a magic item. It is purely a relic of the past.
Interesting.
Above game, I was going to ask, the requires installation. That means installed on a human flesh or installed on a construct?
Installation is the same thing for attunement, but it is what the wording used for technology.
Gotcha.
So it's mostly for balancing, but it's pretty much if you have 3 attunement slots, you can have installations or attunements. Also, any installation, Jenkins qualifies for installations, whereas he doesn't really qualify for magic items outside of stuff that's purpose for him, like the eye you got.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
So she looks at you and she leans back into the tub and she goes, "So we lost one of your students recently. How's he doing?"
Doing a lot better than I expected him to be, honestly. Just happy we didn't actually lose him.
Well, you did. And I know what you mean, but there's something about seeing the other side. So few creatures have ever came back from it. I would keep an eye on him. Last person I knew that came back from the dead. Well, I really question if it was them that came back at all. Not trying to be grim, but last time we didn't look out for each other information-wise, and this could have probably been avoided.
Yeah, I'm aware.
This place is nice, the Highland Harpy. Too bad we can't just retire here.
They definitely did a good job making this place.
Mr. Newell, you need to open up more.
You don't say.
Yeah, I would say that you're pretty closed off.
You don't say. He says a lot more sarcastically.
Yeah, she laughs. Listen, I don't know you that great. But it seems like now that you're in Mystifar's place, I mean, you need to get to know each other. the progression of our students' sake. In a few more months, they're going to be facing nightmarish creatures, stuff that no one should ever have to face. So we're going to have to get uncomfortable at times. It's like this path here.
He just like leans his head back in the tub for a while and just stares at the roof. Let's just say a lot of things have happened over the past 20 years. I'm
Yeah.
figuring things out right now. These guys are teaching me just as much as I'm teaching them.
The best kind of students. I learn stuff all the time. In fact, and you better not repeat this, sometimes I wonder if I can beat Dando. You know, I was never one of the more combat heavy teachers, I should say. Just small petty crime before joining up with the academy. My knowledge, sure. My massive rune would probably put him in this place. But if he survives it, I'm pretty sure he could take me out.
Yeah, you definitely seem pretty damn formidable. Was able to put Sora in her place.
There was a wild one. They share the same blood, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Dando tells me all the
Sentiments definitely
time.
match.
Dando's always telling me, hey, I got a secret to tell you. No one can know. Even though after he tells me, I hear him tell literally the next person that walks by.
He's an interesting character.
Yeah, he's got a good heart, but I fear whoever raised him might have been misplaced. Very savage, I suppose. More like an animal than a person.
Maybe it just takes the right type of person to get him down the right path.
One time he was sleeping and he kept saying, enough, no more. And his body was clenching up like someone was hitting him. So he's the price he paid for the strength he has today. Well, hopefully we can find some time to see how his upbringing went. Very interesting to see the person that raised him. Hope it's not a hostile relationship and it was purely training that may have gone too far at times.
Here's to open.
In any case, is there anything else to report on your end? My students are doing pretty well.
Just starts to relax in the tub a little bit after and thinks back on everything that's been happening through the day. Well, we did manage to make quite a bit of progress with the council's test, thankfully.
Council. A group of pompous assholes.
Still haven't changed, even after all this time.
Yeah. You could just feel when someone in the room thinks they're better than you. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. All too well.
Are you feeling it right now? Because I'm positive I'm a better teacher than you. He just jokes around as you laugh.
We'll have to see next test period.
All right, well, I'm going to let you hold on to those 5, but please give me 2 by tomorrow. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
All right, close your eyes, big guy.
Yep. Turns his head toward the wall.
He towels up and heads to bed.
Lewis just sits back in the tub, staring at the roof once more. Didn't think I'd ever be down this path in the last 20 years. Well, guess for the best. He closes his eyes, lets himself relax for a couple minutes, and picks up the files and takes a look over them. Okay, so thoughts as a party for item choices at the moment?
I think Amrit needs that dagger.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Sounds like you have a definite item we'll make, so.
Oh. Okay.
What does Amrit think of the dagger?
Yeah.
I think it's dope. I didn't know everyone else thought I would think it's dope. That's cool.
Not to
I mean,
mention
it
it
streams
is,
you.
blood themed.
I know. I will gladly take it.
Yep. Okay, that's a pretty quick and definite one. So 2 more items.
I think the
Uh,
bracers for Phoenix would be great.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting. Just so that way
That'd be
Jenkins could have a little bit more defensive potential.
I won't say no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need anything. So it's whatever you guys are feeling. Is anyone drawn to something? Cloudy and Lewis, you guys or Vincent?
In between.
It's Lewis now.
I'll rule out the Remoraz javelin just outright because it's nice, but it just seems like the other ones might have a bit more utility.
You wouldn't be interested in the Bane Blade?
Bane Blade's interesting.
Because out of everything, not really any of these call out to Sora.
Let's see. So Baneblade would help us out utility-wise in terms of just making sure people's rolls are low. And the armor would help out with Lewis's tankiness a little bit more, potentially. Or if Sora needed the extra defense, then that could work too.
Deep with what?
With extra defense, if you're able to wear armor, I forget.
I
don't think so.
Yeah, monks can't wear armor.
no.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure.
Just
I mean,
fancy
the barrier,
clothes.
the barrier bracer helps everybody.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
True.
just straight up.
But that would look awesome on Jenkins.
Well, no, that's what I mean. Like Jenkins is the only one that can use it, but it helps everybody. Right? Because am I reading that right? That you can grow the shield larger.
Players are able to install too. They install it onto their body cyberpunk style. It doesn't replace your body, but it's something that you want to be able to just easily remove. You probably have to go to sleep with that arm, with the bracer on and stuff like that.
With that in mind, I have a question for party mates here because it uses a reaction to activate it, and Jenkins heavily uses his reaction already. Sora, do you use your reaction a ton?
Yeah, but she's gonna be really weirded out by the idea of technology being installed on her body. That's the
Gotcha,
thing.
okay.
I'm constantly using mine, so it wouldn't really help me out too much.
Would you put it like on Phoenix herself? Would you want to do that, Sakura?
That is definitely an idea. I just think it would be less helpful to everybody else. But at the same time, I mean, Jenkins uses his deflect attack all the time.
Yeah.
So you would have
Okay.
a different reaction then if you wanted to put it on yourself.
I don't have too many reactions that I use for Phoenix. Her bonus action is always used.
Yeah.
Mostly just
Shield.
shield, yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we have 2 for sure. The Hemocraft Dagger and the Berry Bracer would probably work out the Berry Bracer more, but it definitely seems like a for sure item. So we have the Bane Blade, the Barnacle and Crust, and then these are all under relevant. They are relevant. I think you guys almost hard passing it.
Yeah, it's nice for the utility, but I think
My feature
having
mostly
more
only works with the quarterstaff as well.
both. Okay, so it's between Baneblade or armor. Are we thinking we need more tankiness, or would it help a bit more just to make it a lot harder for the enemy to do much? 'Cause from what I could tell, I think a lot of our members have on the lower end of AC, so
It's any armor.
Yeah.
any sword, any armor.
Huh.
So it's open to a lot of people rather than just one.
Let me read this real quick.
Barnacle encrusted creed. So the armor is effectively like an extra 20 HP. Oh, wait. It needs to be submerged in water for 8 hours in order for it to regain its HP, though. So really just over the course of a night, I guess. Probably have to leave it in the tub. So if we're out and about, it might be a bit harder to keep it maintained.
You like find a river.
Yeah. We get into a desert type scenario.
Oof.
Do you want one of these? Bishian? Like, just I really don't want either of them. It's all good. The armor's cool, but I'm good.
Would you take the armor or the sword, Byzantium?
I'm honestly think the sword might be the best option here. Because the extra HP from the barnacle is very nice, but the issue is being able to maintain it properly while we're traveling and such. Could get a little bit on the difficult end. So I think the Bane Blade might be the best choice here.
One of the ingredients is a non-magical sword. Do you have a non-magical one already?
Yes. I don't think my masterwork counts as a magic. Checking with Falcon on that one.
No.
Okay, so it would be eligible as a non-magical?
Yeah, it's not magic. Masterwork is just a weapon that's the best it can be without being magic.
Okay, so possibly the third iteration of the sword.
Nope.
Cool.
This is gonna become a pattern with Lewis. He never gives up his swords. It's always becomes a new blade, basically. Okay, I think that's probably the solid choices here. So, final check-in with everybody. Hemocraft Dagger for Amaret, Barrier Bracer for Judith, most likely, and Bane Blade for Lewis.
No, not. It was for It wasn't for Judith. It was for Phoenix.
Either Phoenix or Jenkins.
Phoenix, I forget.
Or
My bad. Or Jenkins, yeah. I don't know why my mind thought Judith when it was thinking tech.
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan to me.
We're locked in, I think.
Yup.
Alright, all good. Remoraz Javelin and Barnacle Encrusted to Amlexia. Dagger, Bracer, Bane Blade to us.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and you guys all complete a long rest. Not at full hit points, you can spend your hit dice.
Quick thing as we're finishing up and Lewis has finally finished up all the files. After picking things out and considering everybody's strength, weaknesses, and what we need, heads over to Alexia's tent to go deliver the files. It's like leaving it on a nearby table.
Oh,
And
hey. Sorry.
what's up?
I say everyone doing the hit die stuff. Remember, I was telling a great story last night.
You need to roll it
There
for
we
us?
go.
Damn right.
Awesome.
In this campaign, that works for long rest since we are hit die dependent.
Mm-hmm.
The DMG house rule. Well, not house rule, the DMG variant rule. By the way, you guys can hear me good, right? Or am I low?
We can hear
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You're solid.
So
Proceeds to an empty tent, or just like a tent that's relatively empty, most likely with Amaret at this point,
sure.
and just rolls himself into the tent and just stares up the sky as he mutters to himself, closing his eyes. Family, huh?
So
It has been a while. And drifts off, hands it off to you.
right. Judith, have you retreated to your bed?
Oh shit. I would have just attuned to that blaster gun, and then yeah, would have made it to the bed.
Okay, so before you go to bed, you see that the master bedroom, the door just kind of slowly creaks open.
Hello?
Inside, please. Please come in here.
Okay.
Just does it? Okay.
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Come in. I'm under the bed.
Under. What are you doing down there?
Just
Hello?
have yourself a look.
I'll look under the bed.
The door behind you closes.
Huh!
You look under the bed. There's nothing there. But the chest opens up, and a scroll comes flying out of it. And it rolls open, almost like a tongue for the chest, all the way to the wall, or a toilet paper just going all the way to the other side of the room.
Okay. I just kind of look at it for a second and take a photo. Okay. Are you? What's going on here? I'll kind of go over to the scroll and kind of look at it.
When you look at the scroll, what languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, and Goblin.
Would you be willing to commit a spell slot? You're gonna get a long rest anyways.
Oh yeah. If there's I just refilled my spells, but I had some spells left. But yeah, I'll just comprehend languages for sure.
Okay. I can understand it. It takes you about a minute to read one page, and this is length of it is a single page, but because of the rules as intended, you probably only get like a good portion of it, like an actual book size page. So when you touch the papers, you start to translate some of the information, which seems to be some type of mix of abyssal or infernal, maybe both. And it's a very interesting story. It talks about what happens after someone dies. And it paints a picture of Amrit, and it's almost like a horror story. You can almost see the message as you use comprehend language to read it, playing in your mind. He looks like scribbles, like crayons, and it just scribbles him into the paper. He's sitting there, a knife is in his hand, it drops to the floor, but since it scribbles when it hits the floor, it kind of turns into bolts as it disappears. You see Lewis, his throat, Phoenix, throat, Sora's throat. Holy shit, even Jenkins. They're dead. And I don't know if you keep going. Let me know if you keep going or if you're too creeped out.
If there's one thing about Judith, she's very curious. So she'll like take a photo of she'll like take photos of the papers like as she's going, or as the blocks of words, and then she'll continue reading.
And as you continue reading, you see that he walks outside. He lifts his hands up to the moon and screams. There's not vocal or anything like that, but it's just a painting being drawn to your mind. And then his body slowly starts to turn pink as he falls to his knees.
This is Amrit?
Yes, it's Amrit, supposedly. I mean, it's scribble, so it looks like him. It's his outfit. He's purple at first, but then in this scene after he kills the rest of you, he turns pink.
And he's facing away from me in my mind, at least.
Yeah, he's like looking outwards, and it's almost like he ascended, like he changed, and all it took was everything he ever cared about being destroyed to ascend to this new form. But this could just be a bullshit story. You hear the voice and goes, "Do you like the story?"
It's a little derivative, but it's getting good. Who is this that I'm talking to?
J.B. Morgan.
J.P. Morgan.
I am like you, one would say. My soul was bound to this place many years ago, when the skies were blackened by the metal rain. Yep, And I, like you, very interested in the stories. But we report on different things. You report on what's happening, but I report on what will come to pass.
How do you know if it's going to pass if it hasn't happened yet?
You see, when you look down at the scroll, it's gone. It's just like it disappears.
Okay.
And the voice just goes, "Good luck."
Whoa. What do you mean? What do you mean? JP. I'll kind of get up and like go over like to the bed and like I'll open up the potential mimic thing and
Yeah,
JP.
You open up the chest and there's just a bunch of junk in it. The scroll's nowhere to be found. The voice is never heard again, no matter how many times you call for it.
I'll sit down and I'll kind of think. Does that name sound familiar at all? This JP Morgan?
It does. You have my best work. So you sit there.
Okay.
I would let you give me history, but it has to be a disadvantage because he died some 60 years ago.
That's a long time.
Not a crazy long time, but it's definitely knew one random guy that got hit by the nuke in Icarus a long time ago.
Gotcha. History. Ooh. I'm gonna use my last session recap to balance this out, if that's okay.
Sure. It's actually not too bad. You're familiar with his name. You know that he worked at Divination Daily. They give you tomorrow, today. And they're the third most prominent organization, with Tuned in Flames being second and Wizards Weekly being first.
Yeah. I knew the shtick sounded familiar. Is he the founder?
You suspect he's possibly the founder, which would make sense if he's talking about the future, when Divination Daily uses divination magic to try to glean future. But everyone knows that the future constantly changing. So at best, it's like a more likely situation, but not a guarantee.
Yeah. Just kind of I hypothesize in my mind a little bit, I guess. And Judith will she'll go look at her photos that she took of the room and of the scroll. Like, is that stuff still there? Like, do I still see the scroll laid
No,
out?
it's not. You have a picture of the room, but the scroll's not there. Even though when you initially took it, it was absolutely there from the moment you looked at it when you took it. But now it's gone. You just have the box. The chest is slightly open, but nothing coming out of it, and then it doesn't like go. It doesn't open during the footage. It just looked like it was open the whole time.
Well, I know there's one thing I know is I'm not losing my mind, so we'll just scratch that off the list.
All right.
Yeah, she'll does anyone ever come in this room? Because I know this was locked before, right? Like, is it dusty in here?
It's actually rather neat. Like someone tends to it. Maybe when you guys are out in the field, someone comes and tends to the place. You do notice that the cups and stuff left out always get removed.
Okay. I'll open the door and close it, and I'll go to sleep. I'll just kind of go to bed, and I'll just kind of think about it. I'll just like lay in bed for a little bit and think about the imagery and everyone dead, and they didn't show me dead, but that just might have been something to keep me more intrigued. You know, journalists.
Excellent. And I'm sure that that's probably gonna make it hard to sleep tonight.
I
mean, I could be wrong.
guess. I guess, yeah. I think everyone took all the beds. Where's all the beds at? I think maybe it'll be a little hard to sleep, especially because all these beds are kind of filled up a little bit.
I mean, you just need like 2 hours, right?
So Judith is just gonna go back in that room and sleep in there. And she'll try to fall asleep as soon as possible. Like she knows that she has to wake up early and
All right. And you said that Judith does actually sleep, right? She doesn't usually trance. I'm almost certain.
No, she does no. She will fall asleep.
All right, we're gonna come back to you.
Fall asleep.
There are two dreams that's gonna happen today. One of them, and so I'm eating pretzels, hoping you can hear me good. One of them is Emerald. The other is Judith. Emerald.
Yes.
Do we use this one? Sure, I'll just keep it on mystery. Joke's on you, kid. Dark Factory instead. Alright, so Emerald, when you sleep, you get a flicker of the other side again. You can see strange, shapeless creatures. And it's like you're in space. Or at least what you could see at nighttime when you look up at the sky. It's an endless abyss, the sea of stars, or a sea of lights. And you're falling through it and your body's changing. You're growing a third horn in your head, right down the middle, and it's longer than the rest. Your fingers are turning into claws as sharp as any dagger, if not sharper. And you're being changed. And when you finally hit the ground as you're falling into this abyss, this dark room, the creature moves over to you. It looks like a nasty slug-like thing. At least it's pretty heavy set weight-wise. It still has a humanoid body, so it's like a slug humanoid thing. However, whatever you can fathom in your brain. Maybe your dream is different from what I'm saying. But it leans over to you and it goes, Emerald.
Who's asking?
You are asking.
I guess I am. You got an answer for me?
I am Slegor.
Okay. And what do I owe the pleasure, Slagor?
You died. Remember?
Faintly.
Let me open your mind. Are you ready?
Can Amber try and ascertain what this being might be as far as is it like is there a divine sense from it, or is it just a person reaching out, or
as a rune warrior, you can feel that you're talking to a Mouther.
Sure, show me.
And his face changes from what looked like a really boring worm face to like teeth so sharp and long they're about the size of a greatsword each tooth, as they just smile at you. You wake up, or at least a younger version of you. Probably you're a young adult now. You're not a kid like in the last time you went here, but you're in a facility and the doctor's looking at you, which we all know, the clamp jawed looking doctor. Not the nicest guy. He tells you, experiment 3764. He has taken well to the Mouther cells placed in him. He may yet prove to be a vessel capable of carrying Rune Mouther powers. However, his previous body was killed, unfortunately, but he lasted 17 calendar days, while the rest died instantly. Oh, you're awake. How are you feeling today, Amra?
Like there's like needles everywhere.
Ugh. 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 Needle.
What did you do?
Oh, as if you don't know. We're improving you, Emra. You're weak, but you have more potential than any of us, even the leader of the Night Chapter. It's a frail creature with endless potential.
That's very backhanded, but all right.
It's true. You could be weak, but have the potential to be the strongest. Molding, training. Yeah. Right now, we've injected a little slug into your body. An extremely weak Malther, newly born and created in this very facility. It is the 17th Malther we've injected into your body. Of course, most of your bodies have died. They live on within you.
What are you trying to tell me, Doc?
I'm trying to tell you that you're a weapon. That's all you'll ever be to us. But when the time is right and we strike, the world will be none the wiser. You walk in this body of yours, this skin that is our property. One day it will change into a beautiful angel. Yes, a celestial of pure perfection. Dozens of eyes, dozens of faces and lips all over your body. Yes, I can see it now.
But it'll make me stronger.
Of course, strong enough to claim revenge for the people who cast you here.
I don't care about that.
Oh, but you will. You see, you can't remember why you came to the Night Chapter. They were given to us. The cruel fate of the original you and what happened to your parents. Oh, some things should never be mentioned. They were destroyed in the most egregious manner. From head to toe, nothing remained. Fascinating, I might add. Can you feel it crawling in your skin, the worm?
Yes.
The runes were made by a greater being, Alpha Zion. But we can change the runes, alter the runes, progress the runes to something else. Instead of summoning water, how about blood? One so powerful, it duplicate the effects of a shadow rune per se. But the evil that fills into that water, oh, delicious. One day we will deploy you, Hamlet, should you survive. There's not many of you left, you know. Only 9 bodies.
What about the original?
Oh, the pink one. What about him?
You did the same thing to him, or?
Of course. How did we make you, if not from an original copy? He's shown exponential growth as well. But out of the 9, we suspect he will die. He's not special like you, and he knows he's not special like you. So I'd be careful when you sleep at night. Jealousy is, well, it's a nasty thing.
Yeah. I won't remember you exist.
You know you can muster the strength of these mouths when appropriate.
Sure. Whatever gives me an edge.
Each time you dive into that darkness, though, you taint your very soul. And God forbid, or should I say, Zion, it is by his design, if you will, you become like the original. So disassociated with the world. So cruel and unusual. So much like me. You see me unclench your leg, and you realize your leg is gone. Don't worry, you won't need this. Gonna be given to your next body. You have exceptionally strong legs. You're like a flesh golem, one could say. Each piece of you going to a greater body. One capable of holding it. This leg has Slagor in it. I'd say sit tight, but you can't exactly walk now, can you? He looks to the
Very
other.
funny.
He looks to the other doctors and goes, "This one's a dud. A dud, I say." See, as the test results come back, and they walk in the room, they draw their weapons, and the door closes. You just hear Emmerich screaming or fighting or tussling with them, but they won't need this one. One more down, 8 to go. Of course, that could just be a nightmare. Who knows what going to the other side meant? This could all be fake. In any case, that does conclude what you see, Emmerich.
All right.
But nothing serious. In any case, that's our mystery. And then we'll wake up promptly, as I promised. Dude, if you wake up, right, in this room,
Yep.
and it's almost weird. It feels like you're looking out a window. Maybe, because you don't control your body. You just get up out of bed, stretch, put on this amazing gown and dress, and then eventually you get to the bathroom and you can see it's not you. You're seeing through somebody else's eyes. And then you hear a voice in the back. "I'm coming, Morgan. Aren't I just so beautiful? So perfect. My skin so fair." And
What's it look like?
she looks similar to you, but human. And her hair is more like a dirty blonde. But other than that, you guys have a generally similar, very similar look. And she's wearing this massive dress, and she waltzes out, and look like she's going to some type of ball soon. And you see J.P. Morgan, and as he looks at he's stunning. This gentleman, really nice suit and tie kind of guy, or whatever the nobles would wear in this time period. But he's got a mask on. Must be a masquerade. He takes her hand and he tells you, "How's your day going so far?" But the person whose body you're kind of in doesn't say nothing, and you feel like you can actually speak to him. But he doesn't know it's you, but you are in control of the motor products.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
What are you doing today?
Oh, great. We're going to a party, right?
Yes. Did you hear about Between the Flames?
No. What happened?
They're going to overtake Divination Daily's #2 spot. Oh, I wouldn't allow it. I'd die sooner than allowing those imposters to replace us as the second most premier reporters in all the land.
I mean, they do have some good stories, though. But sorry.
Oh, come on. I'll admit, some of their stories are enticing. Good to communicate through fire is good, but we show people the future. If this place were to be gone tomorrow, I'd be the first to know. I'd be out of here before anything happened.
But you'd let everyone else know first, though, right?
Of course. I didn't take my entire life creating a magical tome that can tell me the future with every report I implement into it, just so I could not have anyone to report to.
Judith at this point, because this is all a dream, is just gonna start leaning into it, and she's gonna say, "Oh, JP, what happened? Have you ever been wrong though? Like, have you ever published a story and it actually didn't come true? Doesn't that hurt your reputation?"
It does. It does. That is why we're being pushed into the third position in the coming years. I suspect we've got 7 more years at the top. That's what the divination says. But with every wrong story, or for every 4 or 5 wrong stories, he tightens up his drawing a blank on his tie. He looks at you and he tells you, the moment you tell someone a true prophecy, even once, it can cover up all the mess. Telling someone tomorrow that they'll find something here or they'll fall in love there and it comes to pass, that's quite productive.
You think if you tell them that something's going to happen, that's going to potentially push them in that direction to begin with?
Absolutely. Sometimes it's real. Other times I'm guessing by process of elimination, dear.
Well, how do you know which one is the right time to guess?
Well, you see, that's exactly the case. Whenever my divination fails, you know what I do. Some people use horrible words like stalker, but it's a reporter's life to get the scoop. I watch people day in and day out. I see what they want and what they desire, and I merely nudge them in the direction to succeed.
Have you nudged me before?
Of course not. Of course not.
Oh,
misses
you
his eye.
dog.
Ruff. In any case, I'm going to give you this book. And that happens to me, you're the only person I trust with it.
Okay. What is it?
Now, some people call it... don't worry about that. Just know that this book can write the future into existence, but it has severe limitations. My life's work. You see, I have these grim visions, but they're probably false.
Like what?
I don't know. I just keep seeing her. She looks like you. She's got red hair. She's an elf.
You're seeing an elf, a beautiful elf, in fact, in your dreams.
A beautiful elf. Why, my dear, I've only got eyes for you.
So what does she have to, what does this vision have to do with your book?
Now, listen to me. It's probably posh and mosh, but listen. Apparently, she's destined to be one of the greatest reporters to ever live this world. So I must find her. I must find her and do as I've done before. End her career abruptly, that is. Not her life, I'll add.
End her career?
I've got no choice, How are we gonna fund something like the Highland Harpy and all of its treasures and sell it off to that crappy raven fauna? We need a big hit. Taking out the competition will push them back several years. But I have this weird feeling like she's either not born yet, which would be ridiculous. I've never had a divination of someone unborn, or that they're just unreachable.
How can I help?
That's just it, darling. You already are helping. This dress is a window into the lives of others. Stunning on you.
Thank you, JP. Thank you.
Now shall we get to the ball?
Yes, you get these visions of this red-headed elf out of your mind and let me show you a good night.
Oh, he sweats a little bit. Oh, it's just visions, just visions. He takes you to Callion's ballroom. Blind bastard. I swear that man can see better than the rest of us. And he takes your hand and you leave, and then you wake up proper. In fact, all of you wake up, and we'll take a 10-minute break. When we come back, we'll start tomorrow's journey. Good job, everybody.
Yep.
Okay.
This was about 60 years ago, if I remember correctly.
This motherfucker is coming at me from the past.
60 years ago, before you were even born. Actually, you might have already been born. I forget.
Almost like a
That's right,
phantom of
since
the
she lived.
past.
Oh,
I don't,
Be
Judith,
back.
Judith hasn't told you her age yet, there, Lewis.
okay. And he's never looked into it, so.
Yeah. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Yeah.
Average buddy, he only has so many characters that go evil on us. My heart can only take so much.
I think we went over quite a bit just in the beginning half of this.
Oh yeah, quite a bit of background reveals. Or just hidden knowledge reveals, I guess.
Yeah, at the beginning of this whole thing, I had set up a thing where Phoenix had bad dreams depending on what I rolled, and I rolled a natural one, but that's okay. There's enough bad dreams going around today. We'll just say she dreamed of Clamdor like trying to kill her mom or something. We'll call it good.
Nope,
Oh
nope, too late.
God!
Jesus.
I actually thought that's
Oh,
worse than what he
God.
would have in mind.
I missed that now. One row you should have wrote me. I have a few things on the ropes for you too. Could have been everybody guessing. How about when we come back, we still set one of those into motion? Because I purely missed that, but you should have got.
Oh,
You would've found
there was a lot of shit going on. You're good.
I'm down.
Hell yeah. Always down to get some more background.
We need trauma.
Then the episode sleeping for the week.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, that could be the title. Nightmares. Everybody has them.
There you go.
Wait, I... Not me.
I mean, you have
Sorry,
one.
you're.
Yeah, there was that one pretty intense one.
You have a nightmare too. It's Denda.
Mainly.
Oh gosh.
The latest monkey business with Sora.
Well, I guess it's Creed in this case.
Creed's gonna have nightmares about me if I find him.
Better hope to get to their lessons first before we get to them.
I'm sure he'll weasel himself out of it somehow.
We'll
My
have to
dog is
see.
barking. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Still got another 2-ish minutes anyways.
Stupid dog.
Been a while since I've heard that one.
You made me look bad.
What?
Courage Cowardly Dog.
Go back. I was watching that, and I was watching. I'm not really watching this in the background, but I was watching a lot of Code Lyoko lately.
Oh, yes.
That's a really good, obscure one.
It's on Netflix now, so I wouldn't say I'm really paying attention to it, but I could have watched it when I was younger. But when I work on stuff like the games, I like having just noise in the background. And if something's interesting, I'll pause and look at it and stuff.
Those big ass heads.
You're not wrong about that one.
Oh my god,
Those-
those heads are freaking huge.
Those 5
Poor head for
heads.
day.
All right, let's do a quick roll call. Average.
Yeah.
Vincent.
Hi.
Jake.
Present.
Claudia.
I am here.
And Sucker.
Here too.
That's everybody accounted for. Let's go ahead and get back into the ish. So did you want to Phoenix, are you down?
I mean, if you got one, sure.
Oh, I've got a few. I feel terrible that I missed the that one. All right. This is actually, I'll do this Sealed Kingdom. Only because it says Nightmare in quoting or parentheses. Phoenix, you see. Let me actually grab it for you.
I like the sound of that.
But you will. Dark metal hovering over you.
Like how far over me? Like a foot or like up in the air?
Well, it's massive, bigger than a building. So I would say that it's looming over you, but it's probably like 12, 15 feet away from you. But it does feel like it's right on top of you since it's like hanging about you.
She's gonna look side to side real quick to see if she's alone, if she recognizes where she is, if she's surrounded.
You're at Clamdoor's facility.
Don't like this. She's gonna look back up at it. What do you want?
You set me free.
How would I do that?
I saw you in the facility. You have all the power. The only power. Release me.
Who put you there?
Clamdoor. He keeps me stuffed. Hundreds of feet beneath his mountain rise. Collecting dust. And I'm a grand prize. A peacekeeper.
Well, you and I got something in common. Not too fond of the old guy. Curious how he was able to do it.
From ages before, where the masters were still strong, subdued the greatest of creatures in all the land, forced back to retreat. They called me a destroyer. It shows you a vision. He's like dusting some type of snake girl. Forced propaganda, forced into action. But now, I want freedom. To return to the stars above. To soar until return home.
Where is home?
Away in another galaxy. Beyond the darkened, pillowed mist skies. Dressed and danced by boiling fumes of fire. Hidden when the sun is out and present when the moon is rised. Beyond that sun, beyond that moon. Deep where the stars have yet to shine on the blackened sea of space.
If I managed to do that, would you take me with you?
Of course. You and I have more in common than you may know.
She's going to reach her hand out just to see if it reacts in any way. She's not like trying to threaten it. She's almost like an ET moment.
It doesn't budge. It just looms there. When you put your hand out to it, it doesn't touch your hand, but I think it doesn't know our mannerisms too well.
I'm interested.
Good. I have something. You wake up.
She's going to look over Jenkins. He just shut down. Sora's, I don't know, does she snore?
Tonight she is sleeping very soundly, just kind of with a still expression this time.
She's not quite sure what to think about that. She's going to try to quietly grab her bag and leave the hut so Sora can sleep. And she's just going to go to one of the chairs and doodle in her notebook.
Lois would eventually wake up, usually being an early riser, to go about his usual training regime. Ale would notice Phoenix up. Well, you're up a bit earlier than normal.
Yeah, I can't say I was sleeping well.
You doing alright?
Yeah, honestly not looking forward to today. But, oh well, we all gotta do stuff we don't like.
I did ask him to try to keep it a bit more on the down low today.
I appreciate that. Everything go okay with the missus last night?
Yeah. Went over a couple instructor things. Keep it simple. I'll fill you guys in once everybody wakes up. For now, should probably get on my morning regime. See you in a sec. And proceeds to just like head outside and take a couple laps around the facility.
Everyone gather around. Oh, I did it. Woo. Mama ain't raised no fool. He puts out a big ass plate of food and he brings it over to the table. It's like these stringed sausages and melons and bread, eggs. Melons are my favorite. He puts it on the table. Only one sausage. Don't be naughty. Oh, this is great. Finally, finding something I'm good at.
You cooked all of this, Creed?
Of course. The first day of school today. Yesterday was like a preview to the council. Today is a real class. And I heard that I'm going to make some magical armor. Can you imagine me in plate? I won't be able to move, of course. I'm far too weak, but just standing there as the ladies look upon me. And they go, that's him. Creed, master of magic in the arcane arts, forger of plate armor, and stunning good, member of goodness and grace.
You sure do have an imagination.
Sometimes all any of us can do is dream. I wouldn't expect any of you two to ever have a dream.
I think you're gonna be a lady killer.
Yes. Daniel, listen closely.
You see Sora's eyes narrow, and she reaches forward, grabbing that sausage. Hey, Creed.
Huh?
And you see her squish it in her palm.
Ah!
No more advice for Dando.
He runs over to you. You at least taste the sausage. I've smoked it using my own fire magic for hours.
You only did one?
One string. That's about 18 sausages. My table's already eaten. That's why I gave your table 9.
Gotcha.
Taste the melon too. I didn't do anything to melon, but sometimes I'd put a little pinch of salt on it. It's so interesting.
I don't trust you, Creed.
Now listen here. You must trust me. It is on my Morgan name.
Your what?
Oh, tough now. Anyways, enjoy your food.
You guys hear like glassware, and you look back over at Amrit, and he has like his whole like chemistry kit out, and he's like taking like samples from the food and like putting it in like a jar.
It's just a precaution, you know.
Sora,
He's still a mole.
yeah, Sora drops some of the remnant sausage bits near you and cleans her palm. Good idea, Amrit.
So yeah, I'll check for poison.
Sure. The poisonous kid, or now you can do a survival check.
Yeah, I'm just doing survival. Let's see.
Oh.
It's poisoned with love.
Did I know it? Eat at your own risk.
Yeah, I ain't hungry this morning.
Me either.
It's not poison. I just don't know if it's good.
I'm still mad at Creed, so I am very not hungry.
Good morning, Lewis.
Come on. Glad to see everybody up.
I slept
What's up,
rather
Sharon?
well for once.
Oh god.
No plate, like
He just tossed it on the table. There's more on the stove too. If you look up.
Grabs one of the sausages and just bites into it.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
That one. Wait, you don't have to say it, right?
I did that by accident, but
You almost fall out of your chair. You're taken to another realm. Seems godly. You've never had sausage on part of it. I don't know if you tell Creed that, but if Creed's never been good at literally anything, but it seems like he's actually good at cooking. And he realized that this morning the other table's quiet. And all of them are digging into their food, and they seem to be thoroughly enjoying it.
you know, I thought you were about to say that they're all just like losing their minds for a moment there.
No, they're all having fun. Alexia looked like she was hesitant at first too. She had all her students eat it, and this was like, I guess I'll have some. But yeah, they're really quiet this morning. Daniel just keeps saying, "Oh my God, you're like a goddess slept with, I don't know, some nerd, and then you were born in a pot in the ocean, boiling with potatoes in it. You're amazing." And it's not the best compliment, but Creed looks and you see he literally starts crying. Dando. Oh, Dando. Dando. Calm down. I don't like you that much, buddy. Your words, truer have never been spoken.
Louis just like looks down at the sausage he bit into, like after snapping himself out of the stupor. Not bad.
Well,
Yeah.
you good?
Yep. Yeah, should be fine. His eyes are just like wide and almost like in total disbelief. Well,
Alright, if
now
it
that
starts
we got
turning
here-
blue, then we know for sure.
Would it
Now
be
that
the
everyone's
first?
here, let's why don't I go ahead and share with the class what me and Alexia discussed yesterday. And he just like puts down the 3 files on the table. Looks
Oh,
like we
those
can
look cool.
allocate a couple blueprints of sorts. Should help us in upgrading our equipment a wee bit.
Phoenix is looking them over.
We have to like find all of these items, or do we just go buy them somewhere? Or
Well, quite a few of the materials it seems we'll get a little bit of support in finding. But just pauses looking at
Oh yeah, up and wide, Sora. He winds back like he's about to toss a shuriken, but it's a sausage. Come on, this shit is delicious. Ah! You can dex dodge it or dex catch it. It's up to you.
She will dex do nothing and it hits her in the face, so she's just looking at him.
You're supposed to do something. You're supposed to... I'm sorry. He does like such a large bow that his head smashes to the ground. I'm sure Vision has a perfect gift for this as he says sorry. See blood trickling on his forehead onto the sausage. He snatches it up, eats the sausage with the blood, and runs off.
And you just see Sora just close their eyes and shake their head slightly. It does not look like she has gone past forgiving yet.
What the brother you got?
Feel like get like a napkin, like wipe her face.
She's just, yeah, doing that, and I'm just not ready yet. It's still, emotions are still fresh. I'd rather talk to him when I'm more neutral.
Okay.
Smart.
Indeed.
Wise, you could say.
Very funny, Judith.
As I
But-
was saying before we were interrupted, we'll be
Come on,
assisted
just
with a
take the
variety of details,
sausage.
but
Fine. Sora takes one and takes a large bite out of it.
On save to see if it's the most holiest thing you've ever eaten, and if you can maintain its unholy might.
Oh.
You're able to like not fall over in disbelief. It's almost like he imbues his magic into his food, but when you eat it, it is out of this world.
Oh. This is really good, Creed. You did good.
Tell me more. Pulls a chair up, smiles at you.
I like the way that it's not too salty. and
More.
that-
Wait a minute. Phoenix is gonna put her hand up between. For you to hear more, you have to do something for me.
Anything.
You have to stop tutoring Dondo in the ways of women. Can you
How
do
else
that
can he
for
ever?
me?
How else will he ever become a ladies' man if not by the most pristine, most selective, the icon of women everywhere?
That's
Creed.
exactly why he needs to drop you and he needs to listen to his sister instead. And then in return, she will give you true compliments on your cooking.
The tough argument to sell me. Consider me sold. Next time he
Thank you
comes up
very
to me,
much, Creed.
I'll just be real with him. Don't say nice things to her anymore. No, I won't tell him anything.
Some of us have ears that hear really well, Creed.
No. You have my word. As long as you taste some of the sausage, please. I worked so hard on it.
I want to give you 24 hours to see if you can keep to your word. And if you do, then fine. I will taste one of your sausages.
Fine. He sits back down and he's sad. And then Louis, you get ready to talk again. But Quill comes over. I just want you guys to know that I know it feels like I'm not important lately with everything going on. I'm the most important person near the class, actually. There's no way Creed's become more important than me. I'm your fucking rival.
Sora puts a hand on Quill's shoulder. Of course you are, friend. But, just keep up.
Yeah,
And sits back down.
and you can continue, Louis.
Phoenix is going to mumble, trying to understand the behavior of some people's, like trying to smell the color night.
he just like Lewis is just like slumped in his chair, like arms back, head just like leaned back, like in total defeat.
Phoenix will grab one of the blueprints and be like, okay, we're listening, Louis.
So hold up.
Hey, I feel like we haven't had a lot of time with ourselves. We started off on a strong footing. Maybe we can do a ladies' night out one of these days. He looks at Phoenix, Sora, and Judith. I know I'm a part of the other class now, but I miss the days where I was equally involved and wanted by you guys.
Out of all the people over there, Tasha, you're the one I respect.
He does like a half bow. Thank you very much. I just want to make sure that our friendships remain intact. A lot of things have happened the past few months.
Of course, we need to go on a Talia adventure again. That was a lot of fun.
Miles, nearly forgot about that.
I love a girls' night. Judith?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm in.
Let's do it.
Yeah, can Amber come?
She looks at Phoenix and Sora. Some things don't change, huh?
Yeah,
I
attached
mean,
at the hip, I know.
when you put a wig on him and Judith like makes him over, he's somewhat passable.
Sure.
Oh,
We'll have
that's
Creed use his disguise magic on Amrad, and he can look just like one of the ladies.
My hair is
That's a
already
good
better
point,
than all of
Lance.
yours.
Hey, you don't have my magnificent sideburns.
Or my color.
Dasha looks at her hair and she's like, man, you guys have really unique hair.
I use a lot of product.
He sits down and Daniel comes back in.
For the love of all that is holy, can you guys just go over there and let our teacher finish what's going on?
Daniel looks at you and he says, as a respectful young man, I accept your terms of engagement. And he walks away and he walks like really like tries to walk really fancy like he's on some type of runway. And then he turns it back oddly, still his body facing forward but twisting, and he just goes, as a well-educated individual of society, it is important that our teachers tell us as much as necessary.
That's not Dondo.
That's an intruder.
Thanks for the backup, Judith.
Yeah,
Starts to set
no
himself
problem.
up. Just like very dramatically, just like moves his body forward, supporting him by one fist. As I was saying, we're gonna need to. Stops himself for a moment, looks over to his side. Waits a moment.
I think
Here.
we're good.
Phoenix is pointing at Dondo. That's not the real one.
That's a problem for later, Phoenix. He's about to blow up a blood vessel in his forehead.
Okay.
It seems there's 5 less mouths that need dealing with. That's how we're gonna get the rest of the materials.
They around here. We're gonna have to travel.
Well, seems like we'll need to check in with Clemdor for their locations. Hopefully they're not too bad, or anything like back over at the temple.
Do we know if he's in good shape, though?
Clemdor definitely seems a lot better now, at least. I'm hoping.
How often he has to take that medicine of his? She has just like kind of looked at Amrit.
Yeah, have you been able to take a look at it?
Oh, wait, did I? I had a dream. I didn't say what I did. I said I was going to. Did I?
I think what the dream was probably pretty taxing on you last night.
Okay, fair enough. No, I kind of passed out there, drank too much. Could still look sometime today, though.
Well, hopefully he doesn't need it.
Hopefully.
Oh, you wanted me to give it back?
I just don't know how much he has.
I mean, you only need like a few drops to analyze it, right? You don't need the whole thing.
Sure. I'll take a smaller, like little glassware and puts a couple drops in that. This should be fine. Or actually, I'll use I probably have a dropper. I'll use a fucking dropper. There. I hand the vial back.
Lewis would take it and just slide it into one of the pockets on the inside of his jacket. Right then. Once we're all done eating and settled in, we should probably head down to Clemdor's.
Sounds good. Here, Amrit, here, stay still, please. I'm gonna get you ready. And she's gonna put a disguise on Amrit.
Roll for it.
This one, you're gonna be, like a male person,
I am a male person. What do you mean?
like a delivery male person,
Oh.
like a mailman.
I'm dumb as shit, eh?
Yay!
I am a male, man. I'm a male. Oh, that's good. That's a good rule. What does UPS look like for us in this world?
I just like used some stuff from the harpies and like put like a nice like a one of those like delivery person newspaper delivery like paper delivery boy hats. You know what I mean? Like the old school ones. And
Sure.
there's that, and then like figure out like some kind of way. It's not a good costume because I don't really know what I'm doing exactly, but it looks like you're a worker at least. A blue collar worker.
How do I look?
Spectacular.
You look like you could blend into any crowd, which is exactly what we need.
Very Joe Schmo.
If you were approaching me in a dark alley, I'd have to punch you in the throat.
Wait, what?
Because I can't recognize you at all.
Do I look like a normal person or like some
Oh,
stalker? Which
like a normal person.
Yes.
Just give you some more like wrinkled lines and things like that, and just have you look a little more weathered, but still very handsome.
whatever gets me out the door. You ready to go?
1 second, and she'll walk as Phoenix is walking towards Creed.
Eve, Phoenix is going to stand up on this chair and look at the map. She just wants to look to try to find her aunt and cousin and see if they look like they're about a day's travel out of the city.
Yeah, it's not exact, but you can see that the general area that it's in is by the Winding Woods.
That's cool. She just wanted to make sure they got out safe.
Absolutely.
Oh, also before we go, did my delivery for that was a +1 short sword, did I come in yet?
I mean the studded armor.
No, when we first
yeah,
arrived,
yeah. Yeah, they take 2-3 days. You guys have been here for about that long, so certainly. The Moonblade would also come in for Sora.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
actually a moon touch staff.
Yeah, Moonstaff. Stuff you guys brought. I think it's under relevant still, but let me double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Icarus shops. Yeah, they would come in today. Which means I think didn't one of you guys buy a mystery key?
I did.
Did you buy just one or you bought more?
Just one.
Okay, just to make sure I'm changing the quantities available, that's why. And there was the martial weapon that you got, a simple weapon, right, Sora? The staff?
Yeah, just quarter staff.
One left, and then there doesn't seem to be a +1 weapon. Do you mean the Moon Touch blade as well?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so you get a Moon Touch martial, I believe. So which makes it magical so that if enemies are resistant, they're not resistant. So there's one of each of those, and then did anyone else buy something for the quantity reasons?
Phoenix gave her voucher to Lewis.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Lewis, did you get something?
Not that I know of last time, but he's now going to put in order for one of the greater heal pots.
Yeah, because they're out of regular healing potions, but you can get a greater. All right, so
Yeah.
I'll put one. That's gonna potions will get to you pretty fast, so you'll get that by the next time you complete a long rest.
Got it. Pop in the 50% off token. Thank you very much.
Sweet. You see, Amalexia goes, all right, Mr. Newell. Our class is in about 2 or 3 hours, so you should probably get your students up to the top of that hill.
Yeah. Best of luck.
And Sora will tap Dondo on the shoulder.
Yes.
I'm going to go, Dondo. Come give me a hug.
Sure, it's a gentleman thing to do.
She lightly slaps him on the cheek. Stop being weird.
I'm just trying to be better.
And I will love you for it. Now give me a hug, you stupid silver monkey.
No, you hate me. I could see it in your eyes. The way you look at me, you despise me. I've always been worthless.
I don't hate you, Dondo. I was just hurt yesterday.
Every single thing in my entire life looks like a nail to me, and I'm a hammer, and I just can't get over it. You see, my father taught me that every solution can be solved through violence and strength. And now that I'm trying to be fit into a normal society, I mean, look at when I met you. Busted through your window and beat the crap out of you.
I remember.
When am I going to be normal, sir? I'm sorry that I've been angry at you lately. I wish I could be more like you. You fit in with your friends so good. I've only got Creed. Hey, that was a good breakfast, Creed, but it's true.
It takes time, Dondo. You learned to be so strong, but you never learned to be strong together. So it's gonna be taking more time, and that's okay. All of this is okay. And we are here for you.
Fine. I'm just stressed is all. I couldn't beat that infiltrator bot, and you guys did. I got jealous. I'm sorry.
Sora will just cup his face and smile really wide. I wouldn't have been able to do it without all of your teachings.
Well,
I
I'd
just hope
say,
you are proud of me.
of course I'm proud of you. Watch this. Ah! And you see he forms his chi into a blade. It's pretty cool, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
I have never seen that before.
Yeah. You know that thing we call chi or mythical energy? I've been learning how to shape it. Wow, look at this thing here. You see him toss the sausage into the sky and cut right through it like it's butter. Ha ha ha, yeah.
You must teach me this someday.
There's only one bad thing about it, I'll be honest with you.
What is that?
You see the blade disappears and he falls onto the ground and is unconscious.
No.
He's
Okay.
He's still perfecting that technique. It seems to drain a lot of him.
I would say so. Sora will drag him back into his seat, put one of Creed's sausages in his mouth. He'll be fine. Tell him I love him.
Reed looks at him and goes, but what about... Does that mean she loves me too? She trusts me enough to tell Dondo.
No, Creed. No.
What? You see, he starts rethinking things. The wedding's off. He runs away. Yeah, you guys didn't get married, sir, but not anymore.
Must be exhausting being him.
Must be exhausting being me sometimes.
Good luck today, class. I'm gonna success all of you. Kick some ass. I know you'll do it.
Will do.
See you later.
And you guys make your way towards Glamdo's place. We'll just move you guys so I can copy you all real quick. Excellent.
As we're walking, can I ask Lewis something?
Sure.
Like, I'm not like whispering or nothing like that. I just, hey, Lewis, you've been here for a while, right? In Icarus. Did you ever hear of a guy named J.P. Morgan?
Thanks back.
So given
Can't say I
Phoenix
have.
is from here, can we see if she knows?
Sure.
Oh yeah,
Oh, shit.
Phoenix. Yeah, you've been here for a long time too. Shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't he? God, Lewis, wasn't he one of them people that news organization? Something about seeing the future.
Yeah, it's divination.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Divination Daily. Whatever happened to them? I
They're
think
still
they
around,
were bankrupt.
Oh. They are still around though, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm just pulling
okay.
your leg. They're down on Harper Street, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, I had a weird interaction with I don't know, like in the other room. Like I got called into a room and he was speaking to me, like, but his body was incorporeal. Like, I couldn't see him or nothing like that. And then he was showing me these crazy vision things. And it was a whole deal. But then I saw a dream. I don't know. I think I need to look into this J.P. Morgan individual. I don't know if he's still alive or anything.
When did all that happen?
This was last night. It wasn't a dream. I had a dream, but at first there was a vision, and then it was a dream.
Huh.
Weird.
Yeah, something about trying to ruin my career, which, fuck that guy, if that's what he's got planned.
Would their office be on our way towards Clam Doors, or would it be out of the way?
It'll be out of the way because, Clemden's at the peak of the mountain, so you guys need to go up from the highland, not down.
Yeah,
Be a few hour deviation, but you do know Tasha's class is meant for 3 hours.
Maybe this afternoon we swing by. I don't think he's around still, though.
Yeah, that wouldn't
We'll
be
have to see.
a trouble for everybody.
I am quite interested to see what your dreams tell us, Judith.
Did it feel real though?
Yeah, it felt pretty real. I know everyone has dreams their own ways, but like when I dream, I love dreaming. It feels great. It's kind of chaotic, kind of weird, but this one felt a little more real than I'm used to, I guess. Yeah, it's a little unnerving, that's all. And the vision that he showed me before I went to sleep was of all of you dead.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
Man,
Concerning.
Well, I didn't want to bury the lead, it was just, who knows if this is true, if it's true or not. It's just something that we should probably check out.
man, coming to the mainland. So many people want to kill me and I've never met them before. Such an interesting concept.
Can't say Icarus is the friendliest of places.
Hey, look, I Clem Doors Peak.
And with that, you do see Clemden's peak.
Oh.
You guys never actually walked up there. Let's go on and get to it. Louis, you would know the general route. I will help guide you.
Doubt it.
It's quite a trippy navigation. You had to climb down this ladder, walk around, among other. When you get to the peak, though, this is the highest point in Icarus. It used to be where the library was, the old library, where they supposedly kept the most important books, but now it's Clemden's laboratory. No check needed, but it does take some time, and it's a little scary because the ladder doesn't seem fashioned to the side of the mountain, yet the heavy winds are not blowing it. But it does rattle uncomfortably.
Oh. I don't know if it gets any easier.
Oh, you got this, old man.
What are the rest of you thinking about this crazy place as you walk around? Don't forget to, you guys can just talk too while you navigate the map slowly.
Not since Phoenix had that wonky ass dream that somebody's buried underneath the stuff. She's kind of looking at the rocks a little closer. Do they look like they're naturally formed this way?
You think they've been carved and constructed. You can even see pipelines running through them, which is a very, very modern take on Clemdo's facility. You typically see that in the city itself. But yeah, but it's not a natural structure. I mean, it was at one point, but it's been modified.
She's kind of wanting to keep an eye out for any unusual cracks that might be hidden doors, secret entrances.
Lewis, when you come around this little area over here, the pipe lets out steam, but you're so used to it, you would just see him like stop abruptly, the steam would spit out, and then he just keeps walking. You don't want to get hit by that steam, but Lewis knows this place all too well.
Sora will pause, wait for it to go, and walk on by after Lewis, looking where it was coming out of with fascination before following it after.
Most of the time, and comes about every 15-ish seconds, if I remember right.
Reminds me of living on the Turtle Islands. Sometimes they'd raise those giant heads up, breathe out plumes of steam. You can feel the heat from it for almost a mile away.
Must have been pretty damn intense.
A bit, but they are peaceful creatures. They don't want to hurt anything, but they have to, let some steam out, so to speak.
Know that I feel. As we're passing by, and Lois's eyes would kind of trail to the flower on the side, does it look anything like the Elia flower?
Cheap imitation. I think it's just a regular plant with similar shapes. The leaves up here that are planted for the goats. There's a lot of goats up here.
Okay, understandable. Kind of having gone up here as much as he has, and he just kind of understands the amount of goats that are around. He kind of just pulls out a ration and just leaves it on the side of the path and just continues going on. Just completely normal.
I'm just gonna assume you got this.
Yeah. Should we do the same? Is this a passage thing?
Should be fine. I usually just do that to help him out a bit.
Can I pet it?
Yeah, it's up to the goat to decide.
Well,
Last
he's
time I
taking
tried doing
away.
it.
Is that a part of their normal diet, or?
Oh, goats, they eat anything.
Trust me, I've seen that thing eat quite a few of Clendor's screws. I think he'll be fine.
Phoenix, you noticed that you were looking out for something, and it's definitely there's an opening this goat seems to be guarding here. It's clearly a cave network as he kind of rests in front of it. Eats on the sausage. He doesn't think he likes it. He just keeps licking on it and chopping, and then he kind of spits it out, but keeps repeating it as if it's going to get better. It's really good sausage, but not part of their normal diet. So again, if they're hungry enough, eat almost anything.
She is not a fan of wildlife, so this is the most awkward, hand out, nice doggy thing you've seen anybody do. But she's curious if the goat would let her by.
Animal handling.
Yep, that's about right.
He tosses the sausage like a bolus, but just gets wrapped around Jenkins, and he stands his ground to guard the secret passage. Well, it's not really a secret passage, but the forbidden passage, I guess.
Phoenix, I think he doesn't want you through there.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Hey!
Back at you. Next time, goat. Next time.
Jenkins tosses the sausage over the side.
What are you doing with the goat over there, Phoenix?
There's a cave over here that the goat is protecting. I'm just curious what's in there.
You want to ask him?
Yeah, you speak goat?
No, but we can. But we can. But we don't have a lot of time. But maybe later on, if that's okay.
Yeah, on the way out.
Yeah, on the way out.
She'll turn around and stick her tongue out at the goat.
Judith will wave and smile at the goat.
He just kind of licks his nose with his tongue, digging deep for that treasure.
Remember which way?
You might want to warn Emmerich because this pipe over here is particularly nasty.
That one should be right about now. As a giant beam of steam just shoots out. It shoots out all the way down to here. Yeah, there we go. Would Lewis remember what this thing did, if anything?
What, the steams? You know that it powers.
Rock thing.
Which one? Sorry.
Toward the right side.
Oh, the over here. Oh, you're talking about the sigil stone. Okay. Yeah, you know that sometimes at nighttime he comes out here and he changes the constellation of the stars with this device.
Oh. All right.
It's pretty advanced,
on.
advanced thing. Yeah. But you know that it doesn't typically activate for anyone that's not him. But after what you saw yesterday, you think maybe Phoenix should activate it. But it also only functions at nighttime and it's daytime.
Makes sense. Continues on with the passage. Should be down here. And he would get relatively close to Steam just in case someone messes up the timing.
And you know that.
Canada.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive heap of rock this guy's got going on for him.
Oh yeah.
You can see goats aplenty looking down up this way. They're just watching you guys as they chomp on random stuff.
All right.
Particular reason why he loves goats so much? I love goats too, but there's a lot of goats.
They tend to just live up here. They were here long before he ever showed up.
Oh, they're the original owners of this mountain. Got it.
So to speak. It's more they're letting him live here.
I shall pay the respect they are due.
Now you can see his grandiose, beautiful facility that seems to have massive eggs sitting on top of it and some type of scope pointing towards the sky, golden paint running down, and a lunar cycle, among other type of things attributed to the affection. The goats, however, are just goats. In fact, this may have given me the ideas to put a shit ton of goat here. If you see that the map has one embedded into the map I can't take off. There's actually a few. It was fun spotting them. There's like one over here too.
That's awesome.
I love how
Yeah. But Lewis, when you get there, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit.
You guys see a massive goat. Actually, it's just a regular sized goat. Land on Lewis for 46 bludgeoning, and it killed. It's dead.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh my god. What?
When you look up, you hear a creature screeching. Swooping overhead about 60 feet up, the goats try to scatter. This nasty, monstrous Periton looks down onto the battlefield, swoops in. And that is where we end the session.
Oh.
That's a first.
Oh, is that not a resident?
Nope. Draws a sword.
Yeah, being such a high peak, sometimes occasionally these big flying creatures, it's really rare because the city is very populated and has sky patrol with the knights. But sometimes they slip in. This is the highest peak, so. And they, the goats are delicious food. In any case, I hope you guys had a good time. And I'm going to roll credits here in a second. Everybody say goodbye to this stream.
Bye, stranger.
Later, everybody.
See you in 30 seconds.
Out of fear, we kept running, tried to hide away. Can you hear? War is coming, beckoning our fate. This is the day that we stand up. This is the day we fight. We'll take our place, we won't give in. Our victory's in sight. Only a sword in our hand, but we enter the lion's den. We're not waiting for a war.